Okay, let's take a look at our example number 3 from the linear and nonlinear systems. So here we have two equations. One is linear, one is nonlinear, and they wanted to see which of the pairs will satisfy this. So here you have several options. The first option obviously is to plug in the numbers. So if you plug in the numbers, I will start with -9, for instance. So if x is equal to -9, that means for this case y becomes -9 squared minus 11 times -9. All right, minus 36, and that is 81 plus 99, obviously, minus 36. If you sum that together, I think you get 144, something like that. So that tells you that chances are A we find, but you have to satisfy the second equation as well. So let's try y is equal to minus 12 times minus 9 plus 36, and that will give me 108 plus 36. That's also equal to 144. So when I do a simple plug-in, at least it doesn't take me long, and I find out my answer is A. Okay, now you have to remember that you have to use both equations to get the answer. You can't just plug in one equation, get the answer, and move on. They generally trick you like that because some students will pick the answer just by plugging into the first equation, and the A chances most of the time will give you that kind of response. So let's look at how else will you solve this. Now we're going to solve this using the algebraic approach. So if you have to do algebraic approach, how would that? Now, if the two equations are the same, remember when you say system of equations, that means you can set them to each other. So therefore, if this is equal to y1 and this is equal to y2, then we come back and say y1 is equal to y2. If y1 is equal to y2, that means we can say that x squared minus 11x minus 36 is equal to minus 12x plus 36. Then we can just, move all of them. We can subtract R12 first and subtract 36, and that gives us x squared minus 11x plus 12x minus 36 minus 36, and that's equal to 0. All right? So that gives us x squared. I think it's x squared plus x here. This is minus 11 plus, so, and this is equal to, obviously, that gives us minus 72, and that's equal to 0. So now you need to find the factor. Say that when you multiply, you get 72. When you add, you get 1. And that, I think here you can tell now I have my negative 72 here. If I break, I have maybe 9 and 8. So obviously, since I'm going to have positive x, I'm going to have this and then that. So I'm going to have x plus 9, x minus 8 is equal to 0, right? Which means x is equal to minus 9, and then x is equal to positive 8. So you have 2. Now, as you tell, even when you come to your answer, you see a negative 9 here and positive 8 here. So you want to play with it, and see which other works. So let's say we play with x is equal to 8. Since it's a positive number, I always want to deal with positive numbers and see. So let's play with x equal to 8 in the second equation, which is a linear, and that will be a good check. So when x equal to 8, then y will be equal to minus 12 times 8 plus 36, and that gives me uh, 12 times 8, I think is minus 96 plus 36, and that gave me negative 60. So just getting this negative 60 alone tells you that 8 is not the answer, because it has to be 8 negative 60 should be a solution pair, not positive 60. I mean, sorry, not positive 60. But here we have 8 plus 60, and therefore your answer will be A. Right? So you don't have to just plug it. Once you satisfy this basic requirement, then you're good, and you don't have to plug in, and you just move on.